Let's go ahead and call the meeting to order at 7 p.m. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we have Council President Cox online tonight and Councilor Lee is excused. Is there a motion to approve tonight's agenda?
Move to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
All those in
Second.
favor?
Aye.
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 There's a 3-second delay.
Okay. Presentations, proclamations, and visitors. I don't think there's anyone signed up online and we don't have anyone.
Have Deanna. Come on.
Oh, we have Deanna. Deanna, are you presenting tonight? Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. The consent agenda is approved. Moving on to public hearings. There are no public hearings. There is no old business. New business, item number 6A, Planning Commissioner application. We invite Ron Harding to provide information.
Well, we've had this open planning commission seat for a while, and one of our newer residents, I think they've been in the area for about 4 years or so, had applied, and I had a conversation with him. He's sounded like he had at least some cursory knowledge of land use and planning, how planning commissions work. And if you appoint him tonight, his appointment will commence January 1st. And between now and then, I'll run him through an orientation and some light training, and then we'll put him in the hot seat with the rest of the planning commission members.
And Scott is present now, by the way.
Okay.
Happy to answer any questions if you have any.
I don't have any questions. I did read the application. Did everyone else get a chance to review the application? Okay. Do you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns?
Super nice guy. He's my neighbor. Seems knowledgeable. Yeah. I've met him a couple times. He
was
probably
okay
actually
with
make a
it.
good council member.
You were
Might have to
okay with?
change I might have to change my mind now that I know who he's like
Neighbors with?
hanging out with, living to, and I guess we can't hold that against the poor guy.
Scott, you just got online. We are looking over item number 6A, the appointment of planning commissioner application. I was just asking if anyone had any questions or comments or concerns.
Nope, I heard everything. Thank you.
Okay. Well, if there's no further discussion, is there a motion?
I move to approve Ron Nally for the open position starting January 1st, 2026 and ending December 31st, 2027 for the Planning Commission.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Ron, go ahead and just let him know. Okay, awesome. Moving on to item 7, city administrator report. Ron?
Yeah, I don't have a lot to report, but in your packet, there is the police report. You can see our police department's been really busy again this month. We have stepped up code enforcement a little bit. We've been getting a lot of complaints that we're not enforcing the code. So we've been doing a little bit more of that and trying to close the cases quicker, a little quicker versus leaving them open. So we're working on that. The Public Works report is in your packet. Our Boone Well 2 is offline. We're getting some estimates together for that project. We're going to have to rebuild some of the equipment on that well. So that well has a some sort of a chemical deposit, like a sulfur deposit or something in there, so it has to be pre-treated, or the equipment pre-treats it. But there's other issues with some of the piping. It's just an old well. And it's probably going to be somewhere in a $50,000 rehabilitation range. But we'll put those estimates together and come back to council. Right now, the demand is low. So it's not critical to our functions, but it is one of our larger production wells. So we definitely need to get it back online before the demand picks up. And Public Works has been busy. They had a couple of, fairly significant water breaks that they had to repair over the weekend. That's just the nature of the business that we're in. You just never know when that's going to happen. And we are trying to be a little bit more proactive. We've talked about posting some signs at the entrance of the city to let peddlers know if they're coming into the city that they do need to come and get a license, trying to deter some of the aggressive peddlers that go door to door. And then we are going to strictly enforce that. So we're just dealing with some of those things that we've heard from the community, that they're just getting tired of, people knocking on their door, not paying attention to their no trespassing or soliciting signs and things like that. So we're just trying to take a little bit more of a proactive approach based on what we've heard. Other than that, we've just got our events coming up. Maybe I didn't get an invitation out to you guys, but I'll send an invitation out tomorrow to council for a staff Christmas event that we do every year. This year, we're going to do it at the Oregon Gardens. Christmas lights on December 5th. And then the 6th is the Christmas store hosted by the Exchange Club in the city. And then the following weekend is Christmas in the Park and Santa visit. So and then we're doing the toy drive. I think the fire department has the turkey shoot coming up. So we're going to be rolling out activities in the community pretty regularly through the end of the year. So we'll be pivoting to a lot of that work. Happy to answer any questions if you guys have any. Our development code update, I reminded myself, development code update will go to the Planning Commission on the 20th. And then based on our joint meeting, we've made those revisions. Staff made a couple of other tweaks just to clarify language. We didn't change any of the content, but just to make it clear so we can explain it to the public. We did a little wordsmithing here and there, and then that'll come back to you probably the first meeting in December, which will be our last meeting of the year. And that's really the major work we have going on until after the first of the year.
Okay.
When's Christmas in the Park? 6th or the 13th?
14th.
The
14th?
13th, I believe, is Christmas in the Park.
Saturday, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the 6th is what we call the Christmas store, which is where children, I believe, under 9, is that right? Ages 3 to 9 can come with their family. They can, the kids shop in the Christmas store, which is here in the community center, and the parents go to that side of the building and we'll give them breakfast while the kids are shopping, and they get to pick out gifts for their parents, and then they get it wrapped and all that stuff. So they can go shopping for mom and dad or grandparents or whoever is their guardian.
It's also completely free for the kids. Yeah. And there's breakfast, right?
There's breakfast.
There's breakfast.
Tom's cooking?
Yeah,
Ron's cooking.
Myrna and I host that part of it. We usually volunteer our time, and I think Doug's got us.
Doug, go ahead.
Yeah, my first question was, when do those ordinance changes go into effect? And you answered that. The other one is, so is there some way that citizens know that this peddler, do we really still call them peddlers? Is that really a thing anymore? Is there something that citizens will know if they've checked in with City Hall, or that they're legitimate to be even knocking on their doors?
Yeah, they wear, they get a little like
Lanyard.
badge thing, lanyard that says that
Oh,
they are able, and our citizens are really good about flagging it on the community page. I know the ones that come to our door, I'll be like, where's your little badge thing? And I send them to,
Yeah,
City
we've done
Hall.
quite a bit of public education on how that process works. We also post, when we issue a license, we post it on our Facebook page and it gets shared with the connections, right?
Sam's putting it on the website too.
Yeah, and so we let the community know that we've approved one. And so people are pretty good about it, but still, we have aggressive peddlers that just come into the city, and our approach has been kind of just to warn them and send them out of the city, but unfortunately, we've gotten a reputation that they don't really have to get a license, so we're just gonna pick the pace up a little bit on enforcement. And by posting at the entrance of the city, they have fair warning. The companies are the same companies. The people that they hire usually cycle through as new people, but the companies are fairly well aware of what the rules are.
great. Thank you.
Is there anything else, Ron? No, all right. Moving on to mayor and councilor reports. Does anyone have anything to report? Okay. I was reached out, the COG had reached out to me to ask if I wouldn't mind sitting on their legislative committee. They only meet once a month at 7 a.m. and I can do 7 a.m. So I will now be a part of the COG's legislative committee. Legislative committee. So like if they're gonna review things, maybe put a like lobby together as a group, we decide jointly, and then I would be representing not only our town, but our surrounding area in the canyon. It's just a way for us to have another voice up downtown at the Capitol. Other than that, I have nothing else to add. Della? Nope, okay. Moving on, correspondence. There are no correspondence and we do not have an executive session. So if there's nothing further, we can go ahead and adjourn the meeting at 7:12 p.m.